Good mid-afternoon. It is Saturday, December 22nd. Full moon, season change, season shift. And a lot is on my mind here. And one of the things that came to me is basically stick with the plan. Stick with the plan and then stick to the plan, stick with the plan, stick to the plan, stick with the plan. It just kept coming to me really all morning. And I said, you know what, I'm going to do some research. I'm going to look this up and just kind of see what this is. Is there a difference between the two? And there is a minute difference, small difference between the two. Most people who are into English and grammar will say that there's not really a difference between the two, because obviously both of them mean sort of quote unquote. You look this up, this is just basic Webster's dictionary. It's going to say, you know, to stick to or to stick with is a continuing to support someone or something, accompanying someone or something, the practice of adhering to, or figuratively adhering to. But as you guys well know, one of my mentors talked about you don't know a good answer or the true answer until you have at least 7 sources. And so I kept digging, and I came upon something that I like, and I'm going to just say day 356, stick to and stick with the plan. Once again, day 356, stick to and stick with the plan. And that, whatever plan that is, and I hope and pray that you have a plan, that you have put together a plan, and you've been following it this year. And I know it's been tough because we've had tremendous sway in the economy. We've had life issues, ups and downs. But you need to have a plan that you can fall back on. Don't fall back on your emotions. Don't fall back on your mentality, because you are working on your mentality. So your mentality becomes permanent, but your emotions are up and down all over the place. And so you have to have something that you can fall back on and fall forward to. And that's the plan. So I'm going to tell you to stick to the plan. Why stick to the plan? Well, because when you stick to something, you adhere to it, which means you are sticking to something. So you're sticking to it. This is your plan. You're going to stick to your plan. It takes a lot of energy, focus to stick to the plan, because people want to let go when things aren't going right. So stick to your plan. Stick to the plan. Well, what happens when things get rough, when things get tough? Well, that's when you got to stick with the plan. Because when you stick with the plan, it talks about there's a burden that's been imposed upon you. And yes, see, you burden yourself. You burden, you discipline yourself. You put the plan on your shoulders, and yes, sometimes it's hard. And that's why it's a burden. When you use the word with, stick with the plan. Stick with the burden of discipline. Stick with the burden of budgeting. Stick with the burden of setting aside and doing the right thing. That's a burden that you impose on yourself. Okay? Of course, culturally, there are idioms. We know that. And if you stick to the plan, you don't have to worry about sticking it to people. Very tempting, but you don't have to worry about sticking it to people, because you're focused on you. Okay? And when you're focused on you, you're not worried about putting energy towards other people. You don't have to worry about that, because your energy is focused towards you in your plan. So stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Stick with the plan, which means you impose a burden of discipline upon yourself. This is your man Earl. Stick to the plan. Stick with the plan. Day 356 on the calendar, December 22nd. First full moon. Well, full moon is going on according to the calendar. Stick to the plan. Stick with the plan. This your man Earl. Day 356. Peace.
I am